One piece of equipment that's a good idea to have as a pet first aider is a pet first aid kit. So what we're going to do in this video is have a look at this standard pet first aid kit. There's also advanced ones available as well, but we'll cover those in a separate video. Now, this is a branded pet first aid kit for pets. However, if you have got a standard first aid kit at home, a home one or a workplace first aid kit, these will work just as well. The actual dressings inside here are exactly the same. It's more the contents of the kit that's going to be different, because the items in this are adapted to what your pet will need rather than what you'd need at home or in the workplace. So what we're going to do now is have a look at the different items inside the pet first aid kit. Now, this particular kit here has got two main sections to it that both zip up, so it keeps it easy. If you open it up and you're out and about or out in the car, you just open it up and both sections are completely separate and everything's in there. You can also add any extra bits you need to as well. So if you've got any special medications for your pet, you can put those into here as well. The first thing we're going to look at are the dressings. Now, in this kit there's two sizes of dressings, a medium and a large. Now, these are the dressings we'll be using in different videos on this course as well. They have a gauze pad and a bandage all attached to them. So to open them, we literally just tear the top and you can take the dressing out. Now, these are sterile. It's worth keeping an eye on the actual items in the kit to make sure they don't go out of date. So every product you've got in here has got an expiry date on it. So just keep a check on that. It's not to say you couldn't use them after the expiry date. However, it's a good idea to replace them if they do go over their time. Next thing we've got here is a gauze pad. Now, the gauze pad can be used for more minor injuries. It can be used for cleaning up. So it may be you've just got a bit of dirt and you want to wipe over a cut or a graze. You could just get this wet and just wipe over it, and that'll work really, really well. The other thing with gauze pads is you can put them in place. If you need another gauze pad or more in addition to this, you can always cut them off of one of the other dressings, the normal standard dressings. Next things in the kit is a small pair of scissors. Now, scissors are really useful because if you put a bandage on, you can then cut the tail of the bandage off so that the animal's not actually picking at the end of the dressing. And also they can use them for other things, maybe cutting away a bit of dirt or a thorn that's in their hair. Tweezers are really useful, again, maybe for removing something from between their toes, or if anything else where you need to just get hold of something really, really tightly. Micropore tape. We use this because you can use it to put onto a pad and keep that in place. But also, if you ever had to stabilize a fracture with a magazine or something, you can use micropore tape to hold that in place as well. Wound clean wipes are pretty much what they say. These you can use to wipe over a wound to make sure it's clean, but be really careful. The thing with these is they won't sting or hurt the dog when you actually wipe over the wound. But wipe it over and just keep it there, but keep them out of the way of the dog. You don't really want them eating this after you've used it. This kit comes with two Steripods. Now, Steripods are really great because it gives you a saline solution anywhere you are. So often if you're out walking a dog, you might not have any water with you to wash off a wound, or maybe they've got something in their eye, you need to flush it out. This is where these come in useful. All you do with these is just snap off the top and you can squirt that over the wound or across the eye, and then you can use it as a fluid for flushing out. Next thing we've got in here is foil blanket. Now, foil blanket is really good because you can wrap the dog up if they're in shock or they're cold or hypothermic. They're single use, you'll never get it back into the packet this size, but it's very good. But the only disadvantage of them is they are foils. They will make a noise, so some animals might be a little bit scared of them. But you can always wrap them up in a foil blanket and then put a cover over the top of them. It should cut down a lot of the noise. Next thing we've got in the kit are some gloves. Now, you might think with gloves that you're not going to catch anything off of a dog, but they're also very useful because if you had to do anything to a dog, it's much easier if you're wearing gloves, particularly if it's something unpleasant. Maybe you need to clean around its back end. Having gloves on will make it a lot easier for you. Final thing in this kit are some disposable bags. And these are really good because once you've actually dealt with the first aid instance, you can put stuff into them to keep them all in one place. But also they double up as a poo bag if you needed to, or if you had a dressing on the dog's foot, you can use these with a bit of tape to hold it in place to avoid that dressing getting dirty.